The South African police service vehicle operates on a duty cycle that defies standard engineering logic, a continuous 24-hour rotation across 3 shifts, ensuring permanent thermal saturation of all internal components. While commercial fleets retire units at 200,000 kilometers, these patrol cars accumulate up to 15,000 kilometers monthly, pushing odometers toward the 600,000 kilometer mark in conditions that age a chassis a decade every 18 months. By early 2026, this mechanical attrition has sidelined 21% of the national fleet, creating a mobility crisis where vehicles are decommissioned faster than they can be replaced. From high-speed interceptors to battered rural workhorses, these vehicles are modified with heavy-duty prisoner cages, dual battery systems to maintain high-wattage radio communication during engine-off periods, and reinforced subframes. The result is a fleet of machines that are visually battered and mechanically exhausted, but remain the only barrier between the public and high-priority crime. BMW 3 Series, F3335i, and 340i. The F30 generation BMW 3 Series, specifically the 335i with the N55 engine, and the later 340i featuring the B58 power plant, serves as the primary interceptor for the SAPS flying squad. These vehicles are selected for their high-speed stability and the ability to maintain velocities exceeding 250 kilometers per hour during highway pursuits. To compensate for the added weight of level 2 armor plating and ballistic glass, these units are retrofitted with heavy-duty braking systems. These systems utilize larger diameter rotors and high-friction pad compounds to mitigate brake fade, which is a critical risk when executing kinetic pit maneuvers at high speeds. The unsprung weight is significantly higher than a stock F30, requiring specific damping rates in the suspension to prevent bottoming out during high-speed cornering on uneven South African tarmac. Many of these interceptors have surpassed 350,000 kilometers of hard pursuit use. The B58 engine in the 340i is particularly prized by fleet mechanics for its closed-deck block design and superior thermal management, which allows it to survive the high-heat environment of South African summers under constant load. Even the older E90 generation BMWs remain in active service at some stations, often showing odometer readings between 400,000 and 500,000 kilometers. These legacy units are frequently kept operational through Stage 2 resilience upgrades, which involve aftermarket cooling solutions and reinforced charge pipes to prevent the common failure points of the original plastic components. The cost to maintain these elite units is high, but their replacement cost, approximately 1,100,000 Rand or $67,196 US for a modern equivalent, makes repair the only viable path for the cash-strapped service. VW Golf GTI Mark 7 and Mark 7.5. The Volkswagen Golf GTI, particularly the Mark 7 and Mark 7.5 iterations, is the preferred tool for urban high-speed response and township raids where maneuverability is prioritized over raw top-end speed. These vehicles utilize the EA888 2.0-liter turbocharged engine, which provides the necessary torque to navigate dense traffic. However, the factory plastic sump on these engines is a significant vulnerability in the South African context. To address this, SAPS retrofits these GTIs with heavy-duty steel or aluminum sump guards. This modification is essential because officers are frequently forced to jump curbs or traverse debris during protests and high-speed chases through informal settlements. Without these guards, the impact would shatter the oil pan, leading to immediate engine seizure. These urban interceptors regularly reach 300,000 to 400,000 kilometers before they are considered for boarding. The DSG transmissions are a secondary failure point, as the constant stop-and-go nature of urban patrolling creates excessive heat in the dual-clutch packs. Technical reports indicate that SAPS mechanics have had to implement shortened service intervals for transmission fluid flushes to keep these units operational. Despite the wear, the Mark 7 platform remains in service because its MQB architecture offers a balance of chassis rigidity and weight that newer, more computerized models struggle to match in raw durability. A new Golf GTI in 2026 carries a purchase price of approximately 580,900 Rand or $35,485 US, which has led the department to prioritize the refurbishment of existing Mark 7 units over new acquisitions. So just a quick timeout, guys. Before we move on to the rest of the video, could we ask you for a small favor? If you've enjoyed the content so far, could you take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel? Over 98% of viewers watch our videos without subscribing. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it is a really huge help to us. Thanks. Toyota Hilux 2.4 and 2.8 GD6. The Toyota Hilux is the most resilient asset in the SAPS inventory, serving as the standard patrol vehicle for both rural and urban stations. These units are typically powered by the 2.4-liter or 2.8-liter GD6 diesel engines. The primary technical reason for their longevity is the over-engineered ladder frame chassis and the simplicity of the leaf spring rear suspension, which can handle the 500-kilogram weight of the steel prisoner cage without compromising high-speed stability on gravel roads. It is common to find rural Hilux units that remain in daily service with odometer readings exceeding 600,000 kilometers. These vehicles are often visually compromised, with extensive body damage and interior wear, yet they remain mechanically sound due to the ubiquity of spare parts and the engine's ability to operate on varying grades of diesel fuel. Tactical modifications for the police-spec Hilux include dual battery systems with smart isolators. This setup ensures that the vehicle can run high-draw equipment, such as sirens, emergency lighting, and long-range radios, for hours while the engine is off during stakeouts, without depleting the primary cranking battery. Furthermore, the 2026 Hilux models are increasingly featuring mild hybrid 48-volt systems, though the aging broken fleet relies on the purely mechanical durability of the earlier GD6 variants. The cost of a new 2026 Hilux 2.4 GD6 double cab is approximately 691,600 Rand or 42,248 US dollars. Because of this high entry price, SAPS has increasingly turned to the second-hand market in internal refurbishment programs to keep these bakkies on the road past their theoretical end of life. Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger is the primary vehicle for the Tactical Response Team, often referred to as the Rat. These units are utilized for high-risk operations, where ballistic protection and off-road capability are mandatory. The Ranger is selected for its reinforced subframe and superior weighting depth, which is critical during the rainy seasons in provinces like KwaZulu-Natal. SAPS Rangers are fitted with undercarriage deflector plates to protect the drivetrain from ground impacts during high-speed off-road pursuits. The 2.0-liter bi-turbo engines in the newer units offer higher efficiency, but many of the broken vehicles still in use are the older 2.2-liter and 3.2-liter Duratorque models, which are favored for their torque delivery when hauling heavy tactical gear. In 2026, the Ford Ranger fleet faces significant downtime due to the complexity of its electronic control systems. Unlike the more mechanical Hilux, the Ranger's sensors are prone to failure in high vibration environments, leading to limp mode issues that sideline vehicles for weeks while they wait for specialized diagnostic equipment. Despite this, the Ranger's ability to execute high-speed maneuvers on loose surfaces makes it indispensable. The cost of a replacement unit for the TRT is approximately 750,000 Rand or 45,815 US dollars. The financial pressure has forced the service to keep Rangers with over 400,000 kilometers on the road, often by cannibalizing parts from accident-damaged units to keep a single operational vehicle running. Nissan NP300 Hardbody. The Nissan NP300 Hardbody is the mechanical relic of the SAPS fleet, often found in the most remote rural outposts in the Northern Cape and Free State. Its inclusion in the active fleet in 2026 is a testament to its simplicity. The NP300 utilizes an older generation of mechanical injectors that are significantly more tolerant of the low-quality or contaminated diesel fuel often found in remote areas compared to modern common rail systems. This vehicle lacks the sophisticated electronic aids of the Hilux or Ranger, which makes it easier to repair in the field with basic tools. Odometers on these units frequently spin past 500,000 kilometers, with some reaching the 700,000 kilometer mark. The NP300's primary failure point is its crash safety rating and lack of chassis rigidity compared to modern bakkies. However, because it was discontinued, it has become a zombie vehicle, constantly resurrected because the cost to maintain it is a fraction of the cost of a new 4x4. The rural workhorse is often the only vehicle available to respond to farm attacks or stock theft reports, despite having seats that are worn down to the frame and suspension that has long since lost its damping properties. The reliance on this model highlights the disconnect between the high-tech requirements of modern policing and the reality of a budget that cannot support a modernized fleet. Nissan NP200. The Nissan NP200, a small half-ton bakkie, is the standard vehicle for SAPS detectives and undercover units. There is a massive irony in the fact that the police are patrolling in one of the most hijacked vehicles in South Africa. The NP200 was recently discontinued, which has triggered a crisis in the availability of legitimate spare parts. This scarcity has created a surge in demand on the black market, where criminal syndicates aggressively target NP200s to supply illegal chop shops. These stolen parts are then recirculated into the economy, often ending up back on the very police vehicles that are being hunted. The illicit trade in stolen vehicle parts for models like the NP200 and the Nissan Almira is estimated to be worth 442 million rand annually, which converts to approximately 26,999,389 US dollars. Detectives driving these vehicles are at high risk, as they are essentially piloting high-value assets for the syndicates they are trying to investigate. The NP200 is pushed to high mileages because its fuel efficiency is superior to the larger bakkies. But the lack of safety features and the constant threat of hijacking make it a compromised platform for law enforcement. Many of these units are currently broken, not because of engine failure, but because they are missing essential body panels or sensors that cannot be sourced through official channels. Nissan Almira. The Nissan Almira is the standard issue sedan for administrative work and general patrol in lower priority areas. Like the NP200, it is a primary target for hijackers due to its popularity as a budget-friendly civilian vehicle and its use in the e-hailing industry. This creates a high demand for parts such as headlights, bumpers, and side mirrors. The Almira is frequently the victim of the geographic disconnect in SAPS procurement. These low-clearance sedans are often allocated to stations in rural areas with unpaved roads. The result is a high rate of suspension failure and undercarriage damage, leading to these vehicles being boarded within just 2 or 3 years of service. The Almira fleet is often seen in a state of disrepair, with taped-up windows and missing hubcaps, but they are kept running because they are the only vehicles available for non-emergency tasks. The cost of an Almira replacement in the current market is roughly 300,000 rand, or 18,326 US dollars. However, the irregular expenditure within the SAPS supply chain management system has made it difficult to purchase these replacements. In the 2024-25 financial year, irregular expenditure increased by 140% to a staggering 640 million rand, or approximately 39,095,907 US dollars. This wastage directly impacts the ability of the service to retire these high-mileage sedans, leaving officers to drive cars that are technically non-compliant with safety regulations. The bureaucratic nightmare surrounding the SAPS fleet is as much of a threat to national security as the crime itself. The supply chain management system has become a breeding ground for corruption, leading to a situation where vehicles are sent to private garages for repairs that are never completed, or where parts are built but never fitted. This wastage means that the 640 million rand, 39,095,907 US dollars, that should have gone toward a new, modernized fleet is instead lost to systemic inefficiency. The procurement process is further flawed by a lack of specialized knowledge. Vehicles are often purchased through a transversal contract that does not account for the specific topographical needs of different provinces. A station in the mountainous Eastern Cape might receive the same front-wheel drive Almira as a station in the flat suburbs of Gauteng, ensuring the vehicle's premature mechanical death. Ultimately, the survival of South Africa's fleet of broken police cars is a masterclass in mechanical resilience. The tactical gear, the reinforced subframes, and the sheer durability of engines like the B58 or the GD6 allow these machines to endure the equivalent of a war zone. The success of national security in South Africa does not just rely on the bravery of the officers, but on whether these aging 500,000-kilometer workhorses can turn their engines over for just one more shift. If the procurement crisis is not addressed, the 21% non-operational rate will continue to climb, leaving the thin blue line to be carried by machines that are essentially running on borrowed time.